Let's take a look at the Topo Athletic Phantom 2 releasing in May, $140. It's a very roomy max cushion shoe, running shoe with a 33.28 stack height, so that's a 5 millimeter drop. It weighs 10.54 ounces, approximately 299 grams in a US 9, so that's a reduction in weight from the first version. Part of it comes from a smaller TPU heel clip and from a difference in the outsole. It is a dual density midsole with zip foam, Topo's bouncy, fun stuff in the middle. The blue you can see through there with a carrier sides and underneath of EVA. Here's version 1, which was entirely zip foam. I found it kind of soft and ponderous. You can also see that big orange TPU heel clips now reduced in size. And in version 2, we get 3 millimeters more stack height, so more cushion yet. Here you can see the zip foam core on the bottom, and it sits down in the EVA carrier. I think this new midsole configuration is clearly an improvement because you still have that softer, bouncier center core of a zip foam, yet on the outside you have more stability and more response from the firmer EVA. The upper is an engineered mesh without any overlays whatsoever, and of course features Topo's anatomical toe box. The fit is true to size for me without any question. I have narrower feet. Let's talk about fit. I adjusted them once near the beginning of the run. Often have to do that with new shoes. My right foot is considerably narrower than my left, as you can see. And the lace up, even after the run here, is secure, a little roomier on the right foot than the left, which is pretty amazing because this is such a gigantic, wide, broad toe box. Super comfortable and so well locked down. Very surprising. The midfoot held really quite well. The heel is really a big part of the secret here with that clip, really keeps you in. So if you have a narrower foot, don't be afraid of these if you want some real toe splay room, some cush. They work well for me, and that isn't often the case with even narrower fit, narrower lasted shoes. So they've done an excellent job. You can see the little yellow showing through there. There are two lace guides that hold the laces through and keep the tongue in place. You can see there was no tongue motion. Very comfortable, soft feeling, but very, very secure. Really quite amazing. So I just got done my first run in the Phantom 2. A little over 5 miles of progression as usual. And I finished in average 8:54 with about an 8:10 last mile going away. So what about the ride here? Very surprised. I found the Phantom one ponderous, soft, and mushy. Well, changing up with an outdoor carrier of firmer EVA and keeping the zip foam in the center core really made a difference because this shoe is a responsive, big shoe. Very impressed. As you can see right through there, the core is the blue and the heel, and all the rest of the white is the EVA. Because the ride is not mushy at all. Very, very dynamic. I titled my Strava for this run, Massive and Fast. I started out around 10-minute miles, and the 5 millimeter drop felt a little bit low. I do think the geometry is a bit flat on the ground, and the shoe could benefit from more of a rocker and maybe a little bit less vertical sidewalls, especially at midfoot. With this massive front, I was having a bit of difficulty getting on it, but as I started going down towards 9-minute miles, off the heel, oh my goodness, that big, broad front platform had a lot of response. There's so much cushioning here that road shock is, for all intents and purposes, completely eliminated. It's not super soft, bouncy like the Nike Invincible Run, but this is a more stable shoe. Compared to the New Balance Fresh Foam More V3, we have a little bit more stable, a little firmer, a little bit more pop, maybe not quite as fun, but I think a bit more reliable. Compare Phantom to the somewhat higher stack Axon from Saucony, $100. It's a bit softer, leans a bit more recovery, and it's not quite as snappy. And of course, the endorphin shift from Saucony, which ends up being, despite higher stack, a bit firmer. It doesn't have that zip foam core, but it does have a more effective rocker. And both of the Sauconys don't have the toe box room or the upper excellence of our Topo. Stable shoe. There's definite bounce to go with that response. So as I was coming down the home stretch, I really felt good. So I'm seeing this shoe as different, in fact, than what the Phantom 1 was. I found that may be a recovery shoe, but it was so ponderous that I had difficulty just doing much of anything. This could be a daily trainer for those that want a massive cushioned shoe. At 10.54 ounces, yes, I did notice the weight a bit. Not too much, especially as the pace picked up. I really started feeling a lot of fine rebound and dynamic toe off. It is a stiff shoe, not a rigid profile. I think it'll get more flex than it has now. But it flowed very, very well the faster I went. It certainly could be a recovery shoe for many of us, no question. And certainly a long run shoe if you want a lot of cushion. So I'm very impressed with this update of the Topo Phantom 2. It's $140, goes on sale in May. We're going to have a full multi-tester review real soon on RoadTrailRun.com, our website, where you'll find all the detailed reviews. Thank you very much for watching, and look at that toe box. It was so comfortable. There's so much room here and so much great hold, even for my narrower foot.